So what about that question? That big question, the common question, the one that you all ask and you always want to know the truth to. Can I do development without any of my own money? Well, the answer is a yes. It's a quiet yes, okay? Is it easy? No, okay? It's not easy. Let's understand that, okay? Development's not easy per se. Development is difficult. It's not impossible. You need some skill sets. You need people skills, management skills, decision-making skills, and organisational skills. You don't have to have a track record in property. If you've got those skill sets, you can run a development business. Running a development business is the operative phrase. It's about running a business. But in terms of money, if you've got some money, that's great. If you've got some, what funders often look for, a skin in the game. Okay, if you've got some of your own money in there, some of your own risk in the development, that's great. Then people will happily lend you money. Okay, now you can actually borrow, typically, if you've got permitted development rights or planning permission in place, you can typically borrow up to 70% of the purchase. 70% of the purchase of the building that you want to acquire. And then, providing again, as I say, you've got permitted development rights or planning in place, you can normally borrow 100%, that's 100% of the full development costs. So what does that leave you that need to find? Well, you need to find 30% of the purchase. You need to find 30% of the purchase price. So let's assume the building was £300,000 to purchase. You need to find £100,000. £100,000 of your money, private money, to go into the scheme. Then you can get the remainder from commercial funders. Now, you might say, well, I haven't got £100,000. I've got 10,000, I've got 20,000, I've got 30. Fine. Well, this is where private investors come in. There are plenty of private investors out there. Now, they don't walk around with a sign on their head saying private investors. You've probably never seen them. They don't do that, but they're out there. You need to know how to find them. Absolutely. Okay. But when you know how to find a private investor, you have the opportunity. You're the one that can offer them a great return on their money. It's not them that has the opportunity. You probably think that because they've got the money. But this is a complete mindset shift. You want to position yourself differently. I've got the opportunity. You may have the money, but I've got the project that can generate you a good return on that money. So you can go out and find private investors. You might be able to borrow £70,000 of the 100. Maybe then you can put 30,000 in. Maybe you can put 15, in which case you need to borrow 85,000. So if you've got a certain amount of money, and often probably a lot less than what you think, okay, I can tell you now, if you've got about £10,000 to £15,000, there is a way that you can leverage yourself in to a project that will yield you circa £250,000 profit. I don't know of any other industry that you can do that in. And believe me, I've been a non-exec advisor and advised in turnarounds in lots of other businesses. And I don't know anywhere that you can invest £10,000 or £15,000 of your own money and get a £250,000 return. So even at that small amount, you can get into this business and do some great stuff. But can you do it without any of your own money? That's the question that I posed at the beginning. Well, you can. There are organisations out there. And if you position yourself correctly, don't just rock up without any experience, without any credibility that you can demonstrate to them and ask them to lend you 100%, because they're probably not going to do that. But actually, there is a way, even without any experience, that you can demonstrate credibility. That's what it's about. It's about showing credibility. It's about them believing that you can do this. And if you can prove that, and there is a way that you can do that, you can actually get 100% funding for your projects. The project has to be good. It has to be a great project in a great location with a great profit. And you have to have a great team behind you. You have to demonstrate that. That's part of your credibility. You demonstrate you've got a great project, great location, great profit, and a great team. You can go out and get 100% funding. There are organisations that will do this. They will want a significant chunk of the profits. They might want 40, 45, maybe 50% of the profits. But imagine if you're going to make a £250,000 profit. Would you rather have £125,000 and give away £125,000 to enable you to do it, or nothing and not do it at all? I think you know the answer to that question. We all do. You would do that. But you've got to build this credibility. You've got to get this team around. You've got to put your best foot forward. If you don't, If you don't have that credibility, and if you don't do this in the right way, you burn your bridges. And people will look upon you and think, yeah, it's a bit of a try, but they're not really set up properly. They can't deliver this. And of course, it's about presenting the project properly, a robust analysis. You can't rock up and say, I'm thinking of developing this into this. What do you think? No, you've got to say, I'm proposing to develop this building into 12 flats. This is the scheme. This is the layout. This is the numbers. This is the market. This is what's going to happen. A robust analysis, a robust assessment of the deal. Turn up with that. Build credibility around you before you go in. And yes, you can get 100% funding. Is it difficult? It is. But if you're prepared to work hard, it is possible. There we go. Hopefully that little snippet is of interest. Please, if you like what we're doing here, please like and share our channel here, and we'll see you on the next little video article. See you soon. Bye-bye.